So, a video for you today for geography. Now, you know that this term we've been studying all different water environments. Freshwater environments like lakes and rivers, saltwater environments like seas and oceans, and we've been looking at the form of the coast too. Today I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to talk about human impact on water environments. So perhaps the damage that people like me and you do to our water environments. There are all different ways that the sea can be damaged, and a very, very small percentage of the Earth's oceans and seas are protected, about 4%. So that means that 96% is at risk. Some of the different ways that the oceans and seas can be damaged are pollution,
inquinamento,
overfishing,
pesca intensiva,
boating,
tutte le barche che solcano i mari,
agricultural runoff,
il deflusso agricolo
and coastal development.
e tutte le costruzioni che vengono fatte sulle coste dei mari e degli oceani.
I'm sending all of you some short videos that explain some of those phenomena. I won't do it in the video lesson, but there's some short videos which are very interesting. One of them talks about development and construction and how it's changing the environment for sea cows. One video is about the coral reefs and damage done to those. One is about dynamite fishing, so going out to catch fish but with dynamite to make big explosions. And one is about the increase in ocean temperatures. Watch those videos because they're interesting, nice National Geographic videos. But today I want to talk to you about one example, which is this, coral bleaching. Now, in this presentation, which I'll send to you as well, it's talking about the Great Barrier Reef. So Geneva and Juju, I think you'll know where we're talking about. Okay, so the Great Barrier Reef is on the coast of Australia, and it's actually in one of the zones of the world which is more protected than other places, but damage is still being done. So we're going to be talking about this little fish. His name is Magura, which in an Aboriginal language means fish. And he lives in the Great Barrier Reef. So this is the coast of Australia, and this is the state of Queensland. Just here is the Great Barrier Reef. It's a big, long strip of coral reefs, and just on the other side of it is the Coral Sea. Okay. Now, in the Great Barrier Reef live lots and lots of different animals, small ones, big ones, and one of those animals that lives there is coral. Now, coral looks like a plant, but it's not. Okay, so here's our fish Magura, and this is his house, but something's not right. What can you see in this picture? It's not like the coral reefs we see in films, or if you've seen it in real life. It's not colourful. What's happened? It's all white. But why? Okay, coral, in this picture we can see it's red, lives with algae. The algae sticks to the coral and they need each other because the coral eats the algae. If there's pollution, or if the water gets too hot, the algae wants to leave, disappears. So then what happens? Well, the coral loses its colour and it's left bare and not protected. It doesn't have food, and so it doesn't have any nutrients. It can get really sick, and the coral can even die. So if you see white coral, it means that the water is not safe. What causes this bleaching? Well, we've got some reasons here. For the main one here is the climate changing. So with climate change, the oceans get warmer and then the coral bleaching starts. Polluted water. So we talked at the beginning about agricultural runoff, but any kind of pollution, petrol from boats, different pollution in the water, too much sunlight. So We know that Australia is near the hole in the ozone, very strong sun, and if the water is lower, then the coral can get bleached by the hot sun. Some ideas to help save the Great Barrier Reef. So, saving water, not having long showers, putting your rubbish in the bin, being kind to the sea. If you go on holiday, not taking coral with you. Planting a tree, because the more trees there are, the less agricultural runoff there will be. Volunteering for a beach clean-up, which might be a bit difficult here. And telling people about coral bleaching, so you can explain to your friends. If somebody says, I'm going on holiday to Australia, you can explain to them about the damage being done to the coral reefs. A question. What causes coral bleaching? Is it A, low tides and sunlight, B, pollution, C, the sun getting warmer, or D, all of the above? What do you think? What have you learned? All of them. Okay. Now, this presentation I'll send to you so you can read it carefully, and then when you have looked at the presentation, watched your videos, have a look at the project work which I'm sending you. You can choose a project.